Umar Johnson does not deserve to address any type of public. Let's go back to this man using donation money to buy women. Not his own money that was set apart from the donation money that people gave him for a certain reason. Okay? He used that money to buy women of the night, hotel rooms, and Lord knows what else. I mean, at some point in time, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up and realize that this man isn't who he said that he is, and move on. You don't continue supporting someone that isn't getting the job done. I mean, let's just set the lies to the side just for a minute, and let's just focus on what he is so-called getting done. Because that could be your argument. Well, you know, yes, he lies, and yes, he spends donation money on a piece of ass every now and then, and maybe even some drugs here and there, but at least he's getting something done. You can't say that. You can't say that at all. He isn't getting anything done. He is the only one that's benefiting, along with everybody else that's doing the same thing, just a different way. Tariq Nasheed, for instance. How many more movies is this man going to create? And not a single movie has changed anything for anybody besides himself and his family. How come the rest of you aren't benefiting off of something that's been deemed to be so important that everybody needs a copy? The only reason that he wants everybody to have a copy is because that's more money in his pocket inside his bank account. Now, if he was giving this away for free, then, you could have an argument there. But it isn't being given away for free. Okay? So how important is it? If it was important enough, it would pay for itself through the information, the so-called important information that's inside of it. He takes the money and he gives you this so-called valuable information. They all do the same thing, just a different way. This man, Umar Johnson, if even I can call him a man, he has been caught up in yet another lie. This isn't the first lie that this man has told that's been exposed. He tried his best to lie his way out of this stripper situation. Oh, she was angry and she was mad and she was a woman scorned and this and that, until she started saying, listen, nigga, if you don't stop lying and admit to this, I'm going to expose even more. He shut up too, because he knew that she was serious. But somehow he was able to navigate through all that bad storm and still have people give him money toward a school that still isn't in existence. There will be no school. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Just because you see a building that's run down and, oh, this is going to be the Marcus Garvey Academy of Negroes and Slaves, and, oh, get the fuck out of there with that fucking bullshit, man. He's hyping you up to give him even more money because he needs even more money to indulge in the things that he has been indulging in all the while. He'll tell you that, or better yet, he'll come down on a certain type of Negro, but he is that certain type of Negro. Himself, he is. But somehow he was able to fool you into believing that he isn't. You choose this person for your leader? Oh my God. It blows my mind every time that I think about it. I mean, a long time ago, even before he got caught up with that stripper, he was caught in lies. And even before that, all this time combined together, 20 years plus, thousands of dollars later, and no change. Nobody wants to pay attention to that. But that's the most important thing right here. No change, no change, no change. What is he doing then? Start asking the important questions. What is he doing with the fucking money? What has he did with the money? Nobody else is able to benefit off of donations that's been given to him for 20 plus years. What in the hell is going on here? But you don't want to ask any questions because you don't want to get put down. You don't want to be made fun of. You don't want to be that guy or that girl that comes out and starts asking these important questions. You mean to tell me that you would give money, but you don't have the right to ask any type of question that has not been answered yet to date? That makes no sense to me. Anybody else, you would have crucified. You would have nailed to the fucking cross. But because it's Tariq Nasheed, because it's Umar Johnson, because it's Brother Polite, it's okay. It's okay. Even if they never accomplish nothing, you'll continue giving them money. For what? Then you might as well just come out and say, you know what? I enjoy taking care of these niggas. I enjoy raising these niggas because I enjoy filing them on my taxes. That's the only benefit that you would ever get with giving them money. Filing them on your fucking taxes. Other than that, you don't benefit. They benefit. They take your money and they do the very things that they come down on others for doing. They do the very things that they come down on others for doing. Drugs, buying women, and Lord knows what else. When we expose these things, you see it in black and white. You see the tangible evidence. And it's the truth, and you know it's the truth, and you still ignore it and say, I'm still going to donate money to these people because you are involved in a game. It's a fantasy to you. It's an interactive game that you have been playing for years. You choose one side or the other. And no matter what, you support that person. Even when you know that person is a stone cold, degenerate ass liar, you will still support that person. The fucking dedication. If you showed that much dedication to the right thing, Jesus Christ, we wouldn't be facing a number of problems that we have been facing for years. Those problems would have been solved years and years and years ago. But you show all this dedication to these fucking degenerate ass Negroes that get nothing done. How many more movies is Tariq Nasheed going to fucking construct and sell to you? He'll sell this to you and you give him the money. That's the only benefit of him creating any of these movies. And he, yet and still, is the only one that benefits from this. Oh my God. You can't see it. It's like you want to be blind on purpose because you don't want to see it. You don't want to hear it. You make excuses up for these Negroes. You try to distract for these Negroes. I mean, it's just horrible. It's ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. It's beyond your stupidity and your ignorance. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in trouble. You keep choosing the wrong leaders. We are in trouble. Because when the shit hits the fan, they gonna leave you high and dry. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna be by your side. They tell you all these lies for now just to get your money. But when something happens that you really need them, they won't show. I can guarantee you. What they will show is their true colors, their real intent. And in a way, they have always shown you their real intent. But again, you close your ears and you close your eyes. Because you don't want to see it and you don't want to hear it. You want to still be a part of this fucking game that's being played for years and years, 20 plus years. No change, no progress, nothing positive that we can see that can be accredited to these Negroes. All the money, millions of dollars, all put together, millions of dollars that's been passed from hand to hand. Millions. 20 plus years, almost 30 years, and nothing has changed. My God, I mean, when are you going to realize that nothing will change? This isn't the way. It's time to do something else. It's time to be a part of something that will show progress. That's common sense, ladies and gentlemen. Where have you put your common sense? Did you put it in some kind of fucking drawer and shut it up and lock it and said, well, you know, I won't need this for a long time? You don't understand the decisions that you make, especially giving money to these Negroes. You're taking away from the real need. I often say there's real need around the corner, 5 minutes away from all of your locations, and you overlook those needs to give these Negroes money that's 1,000 miles away. I can't fathom this. I mean, you try to make sense of it, and you can't make any sense of it. It blows your mind every time. Yet they continue doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Umar Johnson has been caught up in so many fucking lies that you should know by now that this Negro is a liar. This degenerate is a liar. That is his title. He is a liar. It's been verified. All the evidence. He's a liar. And he will continue being a liar. He wants your money. That much is true. He could care less about you. That much is true. When the shit hits the fan, he won't be there for you. That much is true. He called one of our brothers a trifling ass nigga. A trifling ass Negro because he couldn't give more than $20. Right then and there, all of you should have said, I'm done. I'm done with this Negro because I see his greed. I see his intent. He wants money. He doesn't care about change. If these Negroes cared about change, there would be change because they would have dedicated themselves to having change come about. All of these Negroes claiming to be doing this and claiming to be doing that, and all the money they receive and all the time that has been invested into them and all the time that they have had to produce a change, not a one of them has come up with any one even little minute change. What does that tell you? They don't want change. If change were to come about, you wouldn't need them anymore. Like you need them now. Like you really need these fucking Negroes now. They take your money, they waste your time, and they do it all over again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. They doing the same thing this year that they were doing last year, the same exact thing in the same month. June, July, August, it's all the same. The only thing that changes is the year. If you don't give them a certain amount of money, notice how agitated they get. And they start attacking your integrity. Oh, you know, if you don't give money, see, this is why we can't have any change. And this is why black people is like this. And like, we've been like this. Even when you were receiving the so-called proper amount of money. So what's your excuse then for having no change? Oh, well, you know, we need more time. You got that time. It's 10 years later. Where's the change? Well, now we need more money. You see how it goes back and forth? It'll never end. They don't want it to end. If it ends, their money ends, and then they're in trouble. 100% of that money comes from where? From all of you. I can guarantee you that. Just think about it. All that money comes from where? From you. So this is why they get agitated and angry when they don't receive a certain amount of money, because they can't pay those bill collectors. They can't do what they want to do with their own lifestyle if they don't receive enough money from you. And they always have some kind of plan or scheme. I want to create a movie. I want to write a book. I want to... Fuck all that shit, man. Ain't none of that shit produced not a one piece of shred of a fucking change inside our society. It has helped no one but them. Can we agree on that? I mean, that's elementary shit, man. That's easy. You don't have to research to find that out. This man has been caught up in yet another lie. He has been exposed. I'm anxious to see his rebuttal on this, you know. Well, you see, I had a conversation with someone else, and, you know, y'all don't know who that is. It's the superintendent of prisons and jails, and, you know, I'm not going to call his name because you Negroes will call him, and, you know, and see, so y'all don't know what y'all talking about. It's always stacking these lies up until it just crumbles and falls. And they think about what they're going to say. They think about how they can weather these storms. I mean, look at all the other storms that they weather. And people still giving them money. So, I mean, to expose this lie, it's not going to stop these people from giving money. What's going to stop them is when the shit hits the fan. That's the only thing that's going to stop them. When they finally see that these Negroes, these degenerate liars, these pieces of fucking shit, that won't be there when the shit hits the fan, this is when they will realize, you know what? Now I know. You should have known a long time ago. It shouldn't have to come to that. But sadly, it's going to come to that. It'll have to make these stupid fucking Negroes continue giving money to these people, man. They are making a living off of you, of your ignorance, of your stupidity. Anybody else is trying to do the right thing, you nailed to the cross. You got all this and that to say, and oh, well, it was this and it was that. But these Negroes, you ain't got nothing to say. And all the evidence is laid out before you. And you still can't see it, because you know why? You're closing your eyes and you're closing your ears. You don't want to hear it, and you damn sure don't want to see it. But guess what? When the shit hits the fan, that's when you're going to see. That's when you're going to hear. But by then, it's going to be too late. This is one of many lies that he will tell in the fucking future. He ain't going to stop lying. They grab your attention to grab your money by having you start to respect them by some kind of false hero complexes. You know, I did this and I did that. It has never been proven that they did this or did that, but they tell you that. And then automatically you start respecting them and you start trusting them. Once they got your trust and respect, they can get your money. That's simple then. They can reach in your pocket anytime that they need to. Come on, let's get these donations up because we're trying to get this school up and running. And hey, come on, y'all. $20 ain't gonna do it. You trifling ass Negroes, you gotta give me $100. We trying to do this for the kids. It's for the kids. You mean to tell me you don't want to do anything for the kids? So you gotta give me $100. $20 ain't gonna reach our goal. $100 will. So what you gonna do? How long have you been giving money already? Where's the school at? Is it up and running yet? How many promises have been made over and over again for years? And how many more promises will be made over and over again for years to come? Until the shit hits the fan. Watch what happens when there can be no more lies said about this dump that this man keeps arriving at. Watch what happens. The lies are running out, Umar. You are nearing the end. I suggest you get out now, disappear, and never show your face again. Maybe, just maybe, you won't be locked up. Just maybe, people won't file charges against you. But if you continue, you're gonna continue burying yourself even deeper than what you already are. I can guarantee you that. And there will be charges, and you will land yourself in prison for more than 10 years. I'm telling you that now. You can't survive in prison, Negro. The first day you in there, you would get fucked. You understand? Because you a weak, soft ass nigga, and they will see that shit on your face when you arrive, and they will fuck you. They will take your motherfucking booty, man. And I'm fucking serious as hell. I'm not fucking joking around, man. I'm telling you, they will take your fucking butt. If you don't want that to happen, get the fuck out now. You want to test the waters? I'm telling you, they gonna fuck you. They gonna fuck you.
Booty was more important than food. A man's butt. It was more important. I'm sorry. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours. And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. And, you know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants and her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know? And it just ain't so.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days and as much as I like booty, I'd probably felt one of y'all butt. And y'all was walking past me. And encouraged you to say something. I'm not no shame in my game. It's just nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be.
When you go to prison, the most important thing in your life is going to be booty.
Y'all better listen to him.
A man's butt. Booty, getting some booty, is more important than eating food. It's more important than drinking water. If I see a man I like, I tell him like this here. I like you.
He like you.
And I want you.
And he want you.
Now, we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
What you want, Tom?
What's it gonna be? I asked you a question,
I
Tom.
can't hear you, Tom.
I don't want to answer.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you, Tom.
I said I don't want to answer. I don't want to do this anymore.
Sound like to me you wanted the hard way.
Give it to him.
All right, calm down. Calm down. Now we taking over the prison, so back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. You can't have my booty. Get him. Get him.